everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Grit Daily Startup Show with your host, Leonard Kim. Today, we have Murat Bazarov on the line with us. He's the founder of Nubio AI. Would you like to kind of get us into an introduction of exactly what Nubio AI is, Murat?
Sure, yeah. So let me start with my background. I'm originally from Turkmenistan, which is a place most people don't know a lot about. It's a beautiful country in Central Asia, rich in culture, history, and community. Growing up there, things like skincare weren't really talked about, especially for men.
Yeah.
But something that always stuck with me was watching my grandparents or my dad after long work days, taking care of their feet. It was like their own little rituals. And back then, I didn't think much of it, but those small moments really influenced my journey for without me realizing it. While eventually I moved to the US and got involved in tech and startups, I launched my first brand, which is now Nubia.
Mhm.
I started with a foot care product. I wanted to focus on something practical, something that helped people with issues that they face daily but don't always address them. And surprisingly, Nubia's foot care products took off, and we sold thousands of units in the first month. And it became clear that people weren't really looking for a simple and effective solutions products. But yeah, and as we kept growing, I realized that there was a bigger gap. Skincare, especially for men, was complicated and often intimidating, I would say. Coming from Turkmenistan, where skincare wasn't even on most people's radar, I wanted to create something accessible and easy to use, and for everyone, regardless of their background, gender, or how much they knew about skincare. And that's how Nubia evolved into AI-powered platform that personalizes skincare routines based based on people needs.
Yeah.
And we wanted to take the guesswork out of skincare research and make it inclusive for all, while also tying in wellness and mental health.
That makes a lot of sense. And if you kind of think about it, skincare in general is mostly a female focused industry. For a male to kind of get involved in that industry and to go out there and build an AI app, it might not be the most common path for someone to go out there and take. You kind of also mentioned that your parents have foot problems. Can you kind of
Yeah.
walk us into how you kind of evolved into that journey to go into building an AI app that's focused on skincare for both men and women and people of all backgrounds?
Sure, yeah, and you are right. Skincare is often seen as a female-centric space. For me, though, it's more about solving a human need, not just a gender-specific one. I always been fascinated by the idea that everyone has skin, right?
Yeah.
And yet, a lot of men don't engage with skincare because it's not marketed to them. That's in a way that resonates.
Yeah.
When I looked at the industry, I saw a lot of ton of potential actually, especially for men who often don't have the resources or tools to feel comfortable with the skincare routines, skincare products, or overall skincare. So I wanted to create something that bridges that gap, and that's where Nubia comes in. It's all about breaking down those barriers and making skincare simple, effective, and yet for everyone. And the question about my grandparents and my dad, yeah, it's actually those moments that really laid out the foundation for what I'm doing now.
Yeah. So basically, you kind of moved from having a product, and that product did well in the foot space, and then eventually you moved into the AI space based off those results.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And then with your app, that caters to men, women, and people of all backgrounds.
yeah. Everyone who cares about the skincare, who want to learn more, yeah. Basically, everyone. It's for everyone.
I see. And what made you? decide to go out there and take AI and skincare and combine them together instead of just having products out there? Because I would think that most people, if they want to go into the skincare industry, they're going to go out there and make a lot of different products, like maybe a foot product, maybe a skin product, maybe a face product, and so forth. But you kind of made that shift and you kind of changed directions a bit where you have it focused with AI and skincare together.
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, foot care and the overall skincare is it is a lot of which a lot of people overlook, but it's super important as well. We saw a huge need there. I mean, almost 90% of people have foot issues at some point.
Yeah,
Yet there aren't many personalized solutions or brands that actually produce foot care products. So we've decided to include foot care in Nubio, because
yeah.
it's not just about how your skin looks; it's about how your body feels. And I think foot our I would say most important
Yeah,
body part.
I can see that. And can you kind of walk us through how your AI works in regards to Nubio?
Sure. Yeah. So what our app does is it analyzes your skin, right? It analyzes your skins and gives you personalized solutions, which is products to use or what routine to follow. And AI, AI is such a game changer for us because honestly, skincare can be confusing,
Yeah.
and there are so many products against so many skin types. A lot of people have different issues, and what works for one person might not work for another one. So using AI feature on our app is what it does. It adapts and learns from the data you provide, giving
Hmm.
you personalized recommendations that evolve as your skin changes. And I wanted to create something dynamic, not just a one-time solution,
Yeah.
you know. And the AI makes it possible to give everyone a customized skincare routine, customized products, which is pretty cool.
I think I heard something interesting once upon a time, and someone said that your skin, as time goes by, it kind of like layers off, and then you have new skin. So every X amount of time, you have a completely different set of skin. Now, thinking about like an AI tool or recommendations, that means within a few years, your skin might not even be the same as where it once was before. So, is this AI able to like determine like all the different changes that kind of occur through time?
Yeah, yeah, it definitely can, and it also predicts predicts your skin changes based on your environment, such
Mm.
as sun and all of the environmental issues.
So I can see that. Like I live in Los Angeles. My ex-wife, she lives in New York. We used to like travel back and forth every now and then, and the climates are completely different. So it kind of takes those factors into consideration as well.
Yeah, it does.
That's pretty cool. And I know personally, as a male, I don't really care about skincare that much. But as I've kind of grown a little bit older, I've kind of used like a little stuff on my face a little bit here and there to kind of keep it, not looking too old and stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
what kind of recommendations does the AI kind of walk you through as you're kind of using it?
So it tracks down your history and the changes to your skin,
Hmm.
and it provides you with the products to use on your skin. It basically you put up the camera on your face and it analyzes
Yeah,
your skin, and not only just face but every part of your body, whatever skin issue you have. And you mentioned something about yourself that just you recently started using
yeah,
skincare, but and from our research, the male skincare market is growing rapidly,
yeah.
but it is relatively untapped, I would say. And historically, men have been hesitant to engage in skincare. So my question would be, what made you start start your skincare journey?
I could see not a lot of men using skincare, and it's not something that you really see that's kind of common, especially in the world right now. But what kind of drove me to it is I started like getting like bags under my eyes, and I'm like, okay, this is my face. People cannot see it. Maybe I should kind of do something about this. And I didn't really like how that was occurring, and I was like, what could go out there and kind of resolve that? So it's not like I use it on an everyday basis. Like I'll use it maybe once every 2 weeks, maybe once a month, once I actually notice something. But also
Yeah,
being a guy, like I'm not looking at my face every single day. Like women might take 30 minutes in front of a mirror, an hour, 2 hours, whatever it may
yeah,
be. But
yeah, right.
guys just glance at the mirrors. It's not like committed to really look into that. But as you mentioned, like it's a small population of people who are going out there and using skincare. Do you think that's going to be growing over time?
Definitely. And according to the market research, the men's skincare market is expected to surpass, I would say, about 16 billion by 2028.
Oh wow!
And men are becoming more aware of the importance of the skincare, and not just appearance, but overall health and their mental health as well. And at Nubio, we've seen a significant growth in the male users. So for about, I would say, 40% of our user base is male,
Oh
and
wow!
these men are not only starting to realize the benefits of the skincare, but are also looking for products and routines that are easy to understand and effective. And since the industry is evolving, especially the skincare industry, and I believe there's a lot of opportunity to educate and provide solution that speaks to our users directly.
Yeah,
And like every other day, like a skincare brand comes out with their products, and it often can seem overwhelming.
yeah,
And
it can
that's
be.
when Nubia comes in. Yeah,
That makes a lot of sense. So, when I was married, one of the things was like my ex-wife would spend like maybe an hour like putting stuff on her face, and like when I was watching that, I'm like, "There's no way I'm going to spend an hour doing skincare for myself. Absolutely no way." And then like if you kind of and I was like looking through like a lot of her products, just out of pure curiosity. And then
yeah,
there's like the 7 step program, the 10 step program. I'm like, how are
yeah,
people doing this? And I think for like Ben, like they don't want to like make that commitment to use one, that many products, and two, spend that much
yeah,
time, like spending time on their skin. So I could see a lot of hesitations with men kind of wanting to move into this direction.
yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Well, but as you said, looking at women, we often choose the path where we wash our face with just the water. You know. Yeah,
And I mean that takes like what 5-10 seconds. Yeah, one takes like an hour, so it's like
yeah,
a huge difference. And I mean I think that's one of the biggest hesitations that a lot of men have when it really comes to using skincare. Um, what you've done though is building an app with about a 40% user base of men. That's pretty phenomenal if you really think about it
yeah.
because it's a woman based industry. So for men to go out there and use it, it's kind of different. Do you do you see any like trends with what's going on with their usage and so forth?
Yeah, I would say the trend is really predictable, and honestly, um, I would say I would say we expected, but first of all, I would talk about the Nubius vision and
Yeah,
the way we're growing and all of that trends. The big vision is to make Nubia a global leader in the skincare industry.
yeah,
And right now we're focusing on expanding our user base. So, but by 2025, by the end of the next year, I would say we want to reach millions of users,
yeah.
millions of active users. So beyond that, we're looking into integrating more wellness features like nutrition and mental health components that complement skincare journey.
That's interesting that you want to kind of introduce wellness and mental health as well. How do you see those all kind of like tying together, and how do you see it? Like there's skincare over here and there's mental health over here. Can you kind of walk us through that a bit?
Sure. For our company, Nubia, mental health is a huge part of our company. So when your skin feels good, you feel good,
Yeah.
and it's connected. And we're creating more than just a skincare app. It's a platform where people can feel confident, share their journey, and even went even go about their journey. Share their experience, share their feedback. We also recognize that uh, skincare is a self-care. So taking a few minutes each day to focus on yourself can reduce stress and help you feel more grounded. We've built a community in Nubia where people can support each other, share tips, and connect with other people that going
Hmm.
through the same struggle, maybe different. And that emotional aspect is a key for us because skincare isn't just about the appearances. It's about how you feel in your own skin.
Can you kind of talk us more through that community and what kind of occurs in it, how that works, and what people are discussing in those communities?
Yeah, and so it's a community where people can share their journey, skincare journey, share the products they use, share uh, share some tips, uh, share their before and after pictures. Will feel more confident by sharing because they know that everyone goes through that struggle, not them
Yeah.
alone. And they can share products. They can share their DIYs.
Yeah.
They can make a products themselves at their house. And one of the prime examples is I believe it's a turmeric mask, which you mix with a turmeric yogurt and honey. So it's really like a again, it's kind of a little ritual where you do it at home, so
Yeah.
people can share everything that relates to their skin, mental health, wellness, everything.
Turmeric yogurt mask is pretty interesting. I don't know if I would be trying that, but maybe.
You
What's
should
the
try. You should try. You
idea?
should try and let me know.
Does it color your skin because of the turmeric? Because it's a little orange and it kind of
A
rubs
little
off on your
bit,
fingers when
a
you eat
little bit,
it.
yeah. But
Yeah.
it brightens your skin.
Oh, does
It
it?
might it might leave a little bit like a yellowish color on your face, but after a couple of washes, it goes off.
I see.
But you feel more refreshing, you know.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll think about that. So, when you think about the type of person who's going out there and using your app to go out there and learn about skincare, can you kind of describe what type of person that is?
Honestly, it's for everyone, and we've designed Nubio to be accessible, whether you're just starting out in the skincare or you're more advanced. Uh, we have young professionals looking for a
Yeah,
quick routine, or athletes dealing with foot issues, and the people with chronic skin conditions who needs a professional or specialized advice. What's cool about Nubi is that it grows with you, and
yeah.
so the app actually adapts and learns as your skin changes. As I mentioned before, uh, you're always getting the best advice for where you are in your skincare journey. So yeah. Actually, it's for anyone who values their skin and wants more personalized approach.
I see. So some people have like soft skin, some people have like medium skin, some
Yeah.
people have hard skin, some people have light skin, medium color, darker skin. Some people have clearer skin,
Yeah,
eczema, psoriasis, dermatology issues. So it kind of covers that whole realm, and also at the same time, it also covers like foot issues too. So let's say maybe like gout or something that would kind of be addressed as well.
yeah, it's definitely going to be addressed. One of the features of Nubia app is you can you can talk about the dermatologist or clinics you went to,
Hmm.
recommend people, or leave your feedback on the clinic. Also, one of the connected features is that you can look for dermatologists
Oh,
around you.
cool.
So there will be a map of clinics around you. So
That's
it's
cool.
basically a one stop app like for everything.
So I've read online at some places, like let's say you get like a rash or something. Sometimes that's not always related to skin, and sometimes that's related to food as well and diet. Is that
Fruit
incorporated
diet,
into
yeah,
the?
yeah, and it's not only coming from the fruit or diet. It could also be from a stress related issues,
Yeah,
and that's why where a Nubia community comes in.
yeah,
Where you can share your issues, share your problems, or whatever issue you are having, and people always willing to help. People will always help you, advise, give you the best advice. If not people, uh, then the feature that includes our app is you can talk or do the video consultation with a dermatologist, with a certified dermatologist. So I would say it's pretty easy. You don't even have to go to the clinic or drive somewhere.
yeah. That's kind of awesome that you don't have to drive to a clinic. And skin is kind of interesting because like psoriasis, for example, like you might not deal with it for a whole year, then you get stressed out, and then all of a sudden you have like a rash on your neck. Or if you have a serious case of psoriasis, that could go out there and start affecting the bones and give you arthritis. So there's a wide range of different things that could kind of occur, especially with different types of skincare issues.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. And I would say I could tell you the story. When I was starting out Nubia, one
mhm.
of my roommates actually had a psoriasis on his hand.
Oh wow,
So his whole hand was covered in psoriasis. He couldn't go to the gym or do the basic stuff, day to day basic stuff. And he always used to wear gloves and stuff. He went to, I would say, to five or more dermatologists, and no one could actually give him suggestion or advice on how to fix the issue or like permanent solution to his problem.
yeah,
Uh, but one of the solutions he found was from a friend that referred him to a, I think, a small clinic or a
hmm,
dermatologist that actually helped him. He prescribed him some kind of a cream, and
yeah.
the results were amazing. So
So the
it's
cream,
also, yeah, it also comes down to the community. People love to
yeah.
help. You don't know how many people might have the issue that you are having.
Yeah, I could see that. Like a lot of people, they think they kind of go through life alone dealing with a certain issue, and they don't think a lot of people out there are experiencing the same thing. I'm just going to take a wild example. Like some people who are trying to become parents, like if they're having like infertility issues, like they
Yeah,
think they're the only ones who are dealing with it. But then there's countless millions of other people in the world who
yeah,
are experiencing that same problem at the same time or have experienced it in the past, but everyone kind of feels like they're kind of alone in this process. So that community aspect really brings things out because some people have experienced things before, they kind of got results and so forth. And you said by the end of 2025, you see your app growing to about 1 million users. Can you kind of walk us through what that's going to kind of look like?
sure, yeah. So that's our plan, to reach millions of active users, and User acquisition will come from referrals most of the time, and we'll be running ads. Well, also partnering with a dermatologist.
Oh, nice.
So dermatologists will have their own profile where they can comment on someone's post,
Hmm.
advising them or giving them the solution that they need. So I would say the biggest part is referrals.
Yeah.
Then it comes down to ads, and the significant part is usage.
I
How
see.
app how app helps people, or how our app is changing people's life. How important it is to use our app, and I would say usage and sharing.
So let's say someone who's listening to this podcast has skin things that they want to kind of go out there and learn about. How would they go out there and access Nubio?
So I would say that you can access through our website, Nubio.ai. It will be a downloadable app. You can download the app, and it's pretty easy. You will have the instructions on how to use our app, and I think we're at the um, we're at the age that you already know. You know, subconsciously, you know how to use the app. So
Yeah.
once you download it, it's pretty easy to use.
Awesome. Are there any final thoughts that you wanted to share with us, Murat?
No, I think I went over everything I could, and I
Awesome.
hope people enjoyed it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of
Thanks for having me.
the Startup Show. And
Yeah,
everyone, this is Murat Bazarov, the founder of Nubio AI, and this is Leonard Kim. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.
thank you very much. Bye bye.